They don't strap bombs to their chests. They don't grip wires with trembling hands. They don't speak without sharpening first. They wire them to language. They wire them to silence. They wire them to the way your name cracks when mispronounced. They speak in trigger words, in clickbait halos, in syllables shaped like blades tucked deep in the lining of a sermon that swears it's holy. They baptize in grievance. They baptize in shame. They baptize in spit-shined manifestos, scrubbed raw against the skin. They call it truth. They call it fact. They call it freedom as they pull each sentence like a pin from a grenade thrown in slow motion. No flags, no cause, no war declared, just the gospel of not fair, just the chant of not mine, just the hum of prophecy they wrote themselves. They are cells, they are spores, they are shadows splintered and secret, meeting in basements beneath algorithms, sipping bile from cracked mugs, toasting women they've never touched, never known, never seen as more than target. They train in comment threads, in dark modes, in forums that hum with swallowed violence. They swallow it whole. They swallow it daily. They swallow it like communion. No blood on their hands, but fingerprints on every limp thought crawling through the feed. This isn't loneliness. This isn't ache. This isn't sorrow softened by time. It's weaponized lag. It's hunger sharp enough to eat the name of kindness, then spit it back as curse. It eats itself. It eats itself raw. It eats itself, then points the bone at you. They preach purity with mouths full of dirt. They preach numbers as if maths could map a heart. They chant stats, body counts, age gaps, alpha scores, each one a rosary bead tightened around the throat of whatever's left inside them. You and your partner, you are not women. You are myth. You are token. You are debt they believe has yet to be paid. They sharpen hearts into shivs. They tuck shame in their boots. They go hunting with comments, with DMs, with that smirk that dares you to flinch. But I've seen what festers beneath the mask. Not fury, not fire, just fungus. Just rot grown soft on silence and rage handed down like heirlooms. They build temples from tantrums. They build altars of likes. They sing about your body as if it's a bomb they must defuse or detonate. Never hold, never honour. There is no love here. There is no yearning. Only longing twisted to snare. They don't want your heart. They don't want your breath. They want your refusal. They want rejection to baptize them again. Their brotherhood is a morgue. Their thread count a body count. Their laughter a death rattle. Their joke a gravestone. This is not manhood. This is not grief. This is martyrdom for a cause that dies unless you scream. So I stay silent. So I watch. So I let them froth in their echo. Let them pray into the void. Let them name me enemy. Let them choke on their own psalms. I have heard the gospel of rot. I have felt the rhythm of decay, and I will not bow to what crawls. Behind the lines, this poem doesn't offer comfort. It cuts. It confronts a specific kind of modern radicalization. Men shaped not by loss, but by entitlement. It doesn't frame them as victims of decline or disconnection. They're not wounded, they're armed. And their weapon is language. What's described here isn't heartbreak, it's ideology. These are not lost boys looking for love. They're loyalists to a belief system that recasts rejection as injustice and shame as ammunition. They don't organise in streets, they gather in feeds, baptising each other in algorithms and grievance. They don't shout for change, they whisper sermons in comment sections, calling it brotherhood. The metaphor is deliberate. This is terrorism, not tragedy. These men aren't misunderstood, they're curated, groomed by content, radicalised by repetition. They carry no bombs, only poison rhetoric. Their theology is built on stats and body counts. Their scripture pulled from forums and feed loops. It's not about healing, it's about punishment. Not connection, but control. The poem resists offering answers. There's no redemption arc, no moment of empathy. It doesn't argue with them. It names them, exposes them, and refuses to soften the edges. Because what festers here isn't confusion, it's rot. Fungus grown in silence, hatred dressed as identity. Even the language mimics the subject. Sharp, fragmented, relentless. There's rhythm, but it lurches. The repetition isn't for comfort, it's for pressure. The repetition doesn't let you settle. You're meant to be unsettled. Because this isn't about making peace with decay. It's about recognizing when something is too far gone to save. At its core, this poem isn't about men at all. It's about the fallout. About the women turned into myth. The silence mistaken for surrender. And the refusal to bow to a culture that feeds on rejection like it's holy. It's not a warning, it's a reckoning.